Now, ladies and gentlemen, just a little under a week ago, Valve released what many consider to be the 25th anniversary of Counter-Strike. Days prior, data mines and shadow updates suggested it could be an operation, but of course that was proven false, at least as of for now. This recent MVP update is one of many that Valve released in a monthly update cycle in the span of the last year for CS2's release. This is where devs add new features, a slew of quality of life updates, and at times drip-fed content. Today's video is now the fourth of its kind for the Aftermath series for Valve's major updates for Counter-Strike 2. Today's video, we're going to break down this most recent MVP update, discuss what Valve did right, did wrong, and where improvement can be found. We'll also touch on the fact how this was heavily rumored and leaked to be an operation, which is a major reason many blamed it for its supposed flop. Now, today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a buying but most notably trading marketplace, that being for your CS2 items. You can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, you start a trade, and any cash remaining goes to your available balance on the site. When it comes to trading an item you don't have enough balance for on the site, SkinsMonkey has a large variety of deposit options. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5, and by depositing alongside using my code, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. But firstly for today's video is yes, number one, the update. But let's also quickly rewind just a few weeks back to Counter-Strike's 25th anniversary. Starting in the beginning of June, leaks and rumors suggested CS2 would soon receive 5 new maps, and then Gabe Follower followed up by showing keychains and agent customization, this also being through data mines, and the build up to this supposed birthday update seemed higher than CS2's release, at least that's what I thought. Now in between all the leaks and rumors for this 25th anniversary and this supposed update we could get, CS2 devs trolled the community by adding Danger Zone 2 and visible DPR updates, which then eventually caused dozens of different discussions within the CS community. And then days later, the 25th anniversary rolls around, and then the classic Valve, we get nothing aside from a tweet. And then a week later, we received the MVP update, which most considered to be the 25th anniversary update. This all included 5 new maps, and one of those being Pool Day, which is a return from 1.6. We got dozens of quality of life updates, major patch notes, and that's practically a wrap. For all the maps, at this point being almost a week later, for the most part, they're all pretty fun to play. Thera and Memento are by far the most appealing, and Thera is my favorite to play. Assembly and Memento are for Wingman, which is not my favorite mode due to the amount of cheaters, but they have some great maps. These maps being added to Wingman actually make me want to go out of my way to play that mode. Pool Day is for Arms Race, which is fun, but then again, I don't really think it's my thing. But Mills and Thera are for competitive. Competitive is where, at least for myself, is where it's at. After playing a couple of matches on Mills seems fun, but it's very dull in colors. Reminds me a lot of Cash from CSGO in 2018. But then again, it's still pretty fun to play, and it's also way too early to tell and judge the map. Overall, the maps are fun, creative, and a great addition to Counter-Strike 2. Valve in this exact same MVP update changed competitive, which made it a huge incentive to play them more. That being these new maps, but also just the mode. Because before and during CS2's release, Premier was really the only capable game mode of having a decent experience playing 13 rounds in a 5v5 setting, that being with competitive maps. Now, starting in CSGO, it took 10 wins to get a rank, but that was for every single map. Fast forwarding to Counter-Strike 2, you had to get an individual rank for each map, which I gotta say was actually a pretty good idea, at least on paper, but the execution was pretty horrible. Because inside Counter-Strike 2, anything outside Premier, at least in my opinion, especially Wingman and competitive, the rate you see cheaters is at a very high level. So sometimes it would take you 20 games in order to get a rank, to get those 10 wins, just because of how many cheaters and how many bot and crappy lobbies you'd get into. And the max rank you'd receive is anywhere from Silver to Max Gold Nova. But after this MVP update, it now only takes 2 wins per map, and Global Elite is now possible once again. As well as we also received a bunch of new quality of life updates, which it seems like every single monthly Counter-Strike update, at least from the beginning of January with the Arms Race update, until now with the MVP, seems to include. The MVP update also came with some new settings for video with FPS sliders, and a new animated banner for the MVP panel, that being for when you went around, your name's featured on there. It's the small things that you just appreciate but wouldn't really notice or care for if you didn't really look. Now, stepping away from content, was this MVP update a flop? Now, this is all my opinion, but to the community standards, yes, it was a flop. But to hardcore players, yes, and also no. Now, simply, this update was enough for the hardcore fans, and even a lot of the casuals, but the expectations were just too damn high. And truthfully, we had every reason to expect within reason an Operation would release. I mean, it's been 3 years since Operation Riptide, almost a year since CS2 released, and these were the first new and original maps since CSGO. That all on top of the fact that Danger Zone was supposedly coming. We know it's been coming for quite some time. There was rumored to be new content with skins. We know there's agent customization, new chicken animations, and even keychains. Even before this update came out, dating back to the summer of last year, it was seen in data mines that Valve was using a comic-style font, which seemed to be for an operation that had not yet released. That same font apparently was used for this MVP update, that being for all the map tags, or the map coins, because Valve didn't make coins. My question is did they have these maps picked out long before this update even came out? Who really knows? Now, very quickly, I have a theory for a commentary down the road, which explains Valve's absence, especially with content over here in CS2, specifically with an operation. I believe Valve is working on Danger Zone, adding it long before an operation, since the last 3 operations heavily involved Danger Zone, that being within its missions, and how you earn stars for the battle pass. But also with how big the map is, if Danger Zone released alongside an operation, bugs would just simply outweigh the fun. It would take the entire operation's duration duration, if not longer, to fix all the possible problems on the Danger Zone map. So my theory is that Danger Zone is going to be added to Counter-Strike 2 long before an operation ever would see the light of day. And as of right now, we obviously have yet to see Danger Zone, so take that as you will. Now this update itself compared to the Fire Sale update with renting skins, the Arms Race and on the other hand update, its features are lacking and at the bottom, but as it goes for content, it's at the top. Overall, this update was pretty solid, but just simply had too high of expectations, which then that leads to a question of mine is what Counter-Strike update doesn't. Now let me know what you guys think down below. Was this update a flop? Did you like this update? Because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. With the recent declining player count and the lack of cases that have been unboxed the past couple of months, which is actually a good thing for Counter-Strike if you want to show Valve, well, the game needs fixing. People have said otherwise about this update. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.